Most seniors age faster not because of genetics, but because of a few tiny hygiene habits. The way you brush, bathe, and even moisturize could be silently speeding up your aging. Research now shows these common mistakes trigger hidden inflammation, weaken immunity, and accelerate decline. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, and today I'll reveal the 5 daily hygiene traps that make you age faster, and the simple fixes to turn your routine into a science-backed, anti-aging ritual. When most people think of oral hygiene, they picture clean teeth, fresh breath, and avoiding cavities. But here's what almost no one realizes. The state of your mouth directly controls how fast you age. Scientists at Harvard and the American Heart Association have uncovered that the bacteria living in your gums don't just stay in your mouth, they travel. And once they enter your bloodstream, they spark inflammation that damages your arteries, accelerates brain decline, and even weakens your bones.
In seniors, this chain reaction is especially dangerous. A single missed brushing, a skipped floss, or poorly fitting dentures can allow harmful bacteria like Porphyromonas gingivalis to flourish. In one landmark study, seniors with gum disease were found to have nearly 2 times the risk of developing dementia compared to those with healthy gums. And that's not all. The same bacteria release toxins that damage the protective lining of your arteries, making heart attacks and strokes far more likely. But here's the twist that gives us hope. The mouth is one of the few places where you can literally see aging happening and take control immediately. Bleeding gums, persistent bad breath, or that sticky film when you wake up in the morning aren't just nuisances. They are early warning signs that inflammation is building up in your body, silently aging you from the inside out. Fixing it doesn't require expensive treatments. It's about being strategic. Brushing twice a day with a soft bristle brush prevents enamel wear while still disrupting bacterial colonies. Flossing, often ignored by seniors because it feels tedious, is actually the most powerful anti-aging trick in your bathroom. It physically removes bacteria before they enter your bloodstream. And rinsing with an alcohol-free, fluoride-based mouthwash reduces microbial load without irritating sensitive tissues. I've seen seniors who thought their fatigue, joint stiffness, or even memory fog were just part of getting older. But after tackling their gum health, the improvements shocked them. They reported better sleep, sharper thinking, and even improved digestion, because the mouth is the first step of the gut.
So the first mistake to avoid is underestimating oral hygiene. It's not just about saving your teeth. It's about protecting your brain, your heart, and your independence. And the truth is, the moment you take oral bacteria seriously, you slow down one of the most overlooked accelerators of aging. Most seniors think washing their skin more often keeps it healthier, but the truth is the opposite. The skin isn't just a covering. It's your largest organ, your frontline defense against infection, and a living barrier that locks in youth. And here's the shocking part. Over-cleansing, especially with harsh soaps, doesn't just dry the skin. It breaks down a protective layer called the skin barrier, releasing a flood of inflammation that accelerates wrinkles, weakens immunity, and even speeds up the loss of collagen. Dermatology research shows that once this barrier is damaged, microscopic cracks form across the skin's surface. Through those cracks, water escapes and irritants slip in. For younger adults, the skin repairs itself quickly. But for seniors, repair slows dramatically, meaning each shower with the wrong soap can shave days off your skin's resilience. And over time, that adds up to years of accelerated aging. One overlooked fact: dry, itchy skin in older adults isn't just uncomfortable. It's a red flag of systemic inflammation. In fact, studies have linked chronic dryness to higher rates of arthritis flare-ups, poor sleep, and even cardiovascular stress. The skin and the immune system are deeply connected. When your skin is under siege, your entire body pays the price. But here's the hope. With the right habits, your skin can actually become stronger as you age. It starts with reducing the frequency of hot showers, since high heat strips away natural oils faster than anything else. Replacing foaming or antibacterial soaps with pH-balanced, cream-based cleansers protects the skin's microbiome, the beneficial bacteria that keep harmful microbes in check. And here's the hidden trick many seniors never hear. Moisturize immediately after bathing, while your skin is still damp. Doing this traps water inside the skin and helps rebuild the barrier from within. I've had patients in their 70s who told me they felt 10 years younger after making this one change. Their skin softened, their itchiness vanished, and surprisingly, their energy improved. Why? Because repairing the skin barrier lowered their body's overall inflammation load, freeing up energy that was once wasted fighting microscopic damage. So the second mistake to avoid is over-cleansing and ignoring dryness. Your skin is not just about appearances. It's a living, breathing anti-aging shield. Protect it, and you slow down the silent march of aging from the outside in. Most people think foot and nail care is about vanity, but for seniors, it can mean the difference between walking independently or facing a fall that changes everything. Here's what the science shows. Untrimmed toenails, fungal infections, and untreated calluses don't just cause discomfort, they directly alter balance, gait, and posture. And even small changes in how you walk increase the risk of falls, hip fractures, and joint strain. A 2021 study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors with untreated foot problems were nearly 3 times more likely to experience mobility decline within 2 years. Why? Because pain in the feet doesn't stay in the feet. It forces subtle shifts in how you stand and walk. The knees, hips, and even the spine absorb that imbalance, accelerating joint damage and muscle loss. Here's the often overlooked danger. Fungal infections under the toenail may seem harmless, but they can spread into the skin, causing cracks that allow dangerous bacteria to enter the bloodstream. In seniors with diabetes or circulation problems, this can spiral into ulcers or systemic infections that take months to heal. What starts as just a toenail can snowball into something life-threatening. The hopeful side is that prevention is simple. Keeping toenails trimmed straight across reduces pressure and prevents painful ingrown nails. Daily inspection of the feet, especially the soles, is critical because seniors often lose sensation and may not feel small injuries that later become serious. Moisturizing the heels prevents cracks that act as gateways for infection. And here's a longevity doctor's tip most people miss. Wearing breathable socks and rotating shoes daily keeps the environment too dry for fungus to thrive. I've seen patients who gave up long walks because of nagging foot pain, only to rediscover their mobility and confidence after proper foot care. Within weeks, their stride improved, their balance steadied, and they felt stronger simply because they removed the hidden obstacles under their own feet. So the third mistake to avoid is neglecting nail and foot hygiene. Healthy feet aren't about cosmetic care. They're the literal foundation of independence. Protect them, and you protect your ability to move freely, age gracefully, and stay active for years longer. Most seniors think ear hygiene is as simple as cleaning out wax with a cotton swab. But here's the shocking truth. That very habit is one of the fastest ways to damage your hearing. And when hearing declines, it doesn't just affect the ears, it accelerates brain aging. Studies from Johns Hopkins show that seniors with even mild hearing loss experience 30 to 40% faster rates of cognitive decline than those with healthy hearing. Why? Because when the brain struggles to decode sound, it diverts energy away from memory and problem solving. Over time, those neural circuits weaken, setting the stage for dementia. Here's where hygiene comes in. Cotton swabs don't remove wax. They push it deeper, compacting it against the eardrum. That blockage doesn't just muffle sound. It increases the risk of infections, tinnitus, and even balance problems. And balance is critical because inner ear disturbances are one of the leading causes of falls in older adults. The irony is that earwax isn't dirt. It's the body's natural defense system. It traps dust, bacteria, and protects the delicate ear canal. Seniors often lose this protective balance either by overcleaning or by ignoring buildup until it causes hearing loss. The key is maintaining the right level, not eliminating it entirely. The safe fix is simpler than most people realize. Using a few drops of mineral oil or saline solution once a week softens wax so it naturally works its way out. Professional ear cleaning by a doctor or audiologist, done every few months, ensures blockages don't silently build up. And here's the hopeful twist. Studies show that when seniors improve hearing, whether by clearing wax or using proper hearing aids, the brain actually begins to rewire itself, slowing cognitive decline and restoring confidence in communication. I've had patients who thought they were losing their memory, only to discover the real culprit was hearing loss made worse by years of cotton swab use. Once their ears were properly cared for, their mental sharpness returned, their conversations flowed, and their mood lifted. So the fourth mistake to avoid is mismanaging ear hygiene. Protecting your hearing isn't about vanity, it's about preserving your brain, your balance, and your independence. Every sound you keep clear keeps your mind younger, sharper, and more connected. When most people hear hygiene, they think of toothbrushes, soap, and showers. But there's one form of hygiene even more powerful for longevity: sleep hygiene. And neglecting it is one of the biggest mistakes seniors make. Here's why it matters. During deep sleep, the brain actually washes itself. A special system called the glymphatic system clears out toxins linked to memory loss, dementia, and accelerated aging. If your sleep is shallow or disrupted, those toxins linger, and over time, they attack brain cells, joints, and even your immune system. The National Institute on Aging reports that seniors with poor sleep patterns show higher rates of heart disease, diabetes, and even skin aging. In fact, a single week of irregular sleep can raise inflammatory markers in the blood to levels similar to much older adults. And this isn't just about feeling tired. Chronic poor sleep literally accelerates the clock inside your cells, shortening what scientists call telomeres, the protective caps of DNA that determine lifespan. The problem is that many seniors unknowingly sabotage their sleep hygiene, napping late in the day, falling asleep with the TV on, or using bright LED lights in the evening confuse the body's internal clock. Caffeine consumed after noon lingers in aging systems far longer than in younger adults, meaning even an innocent afternoon coffee can rob the brain of its precious deep sleep. And skipping a consistent bedtime routine tells the body it's not safe to fully rest. The hopeful part is that rebuilding sleep hygiene can roll back years of damage. Creating a wind-down ritual, such as dimming lights, sipping warm herbal tea, or gentle stretching, signals the brain to release melatonin naturally. Keeping the bedroom cool, dark, and screen-free allows deeper sleep cycles to unfold. And here's a science-backed tip. Exposure to morning sunlight within 30 minutes of waking resets the circadian rhythm, making nighttime sleep stronger and more restorative. I've seen seniors who thought insomnia was simply part of getting older, but after repairing their sleep hygiene, they noticed sharper memory, faster healing, and even more youthful skin. Why? Because when you sleep deeply, your body produces growth hormone, the very chemical that repairs tissues, strengthens muscles, and slows visible signs of aging. So the fifth mistake to avoid is neglecting sleep hygiene. Your nightly routine is not just about rest. It's the most powerful anti-aging ritual you'll ever practice. Get it right, and you don't just feel younger. You become younger at the cellular level. Now you've seen how 5 simple hygiene mistakes, brushing too little, overwashing your skin, ignoring your feet, cleaning your ears the wrong way, and neglecting your sleep routine, can quietly accelerate aging. But here's the real truth. These aren't the only daily habits stealing your youth. In fact, researchers now believe that the biggest accelerators of aging aren't always visible on the outside. They're silent triggers hiding in the foods you eat, the medications you mix, and the overlooked rituals you repeat without thinking. Fixing your hygiene is the first step, but the next step, that's where the real anti-aging breakthroughs begin. Because your body is constantly rebuilding itself, cell by cell, system by system. And when you give it the right signals, it doesn't just slow aging, it starts to reverse it. The question is, what's the next daily ritual that could add 5, 10, even 15 more vibrant years to your life? Stay with me, because what comes next may be even more surprising than what you've just learned.